What up, everyone? Setema Gali here, and this video is about your being an entrepreneur, aka your entrepreneurship crash course. That's like a tongue twister. Entrepreneurship crash course, entrepreneurship crash course, entrepreneurship crash course. You want to be an entrepreneur? Here you go. Step one. I want to sing like this old song. Okay, step one. I want you to find the entrepreneur who calls to you. Like you want to be like them. You love what they do. You love what they sell. You love their mannerisms, their way of being. You love it all. Find out who that is and identify them. In fact, I'd go find 5 in the industry. So let's just say, for example, you want to be an influencer. Go find the top 5 influencers you want to be like. And then write down, what is it about them that I like? Why does that matter? Why do I like them? What do they sell? How much they sell it for? Like, do some homework, right? Don't just be like, this is going to be easy, because I got news for you. Ready? It's not easy. So step one is to find the entrepreneur that you want to be like. So whether you're selling clothes, you're selling something on Shopify, you're selling information, you're being an influencer, selling widgets, whatever that is, I want you to pick 5. Who are they? What do they sell? How much do they sell it for? How long they've been doing it? You want to make sure that what you see online is really also who they are behind online, right behind the curtain. A lot of times people will pick an entrepreneur, oh, I want to be like them because their life looks amazing. And then they kind of peek behind the curtains and it's not what they think. They're like, this guy's miserable. He shows a happy life. In fact, I know a lot of entrepreneurs like this. It's not all that they make it up to be. So you got to make sure you're not just looking at the Hollywood, right? The online presence. That's the first thing foremost. Who do you want to emulate? Number 2, now this might be a little painful for some of you guys, but you are going to, ready? Buy their books, listen to their podcast. If they do events, go to their event. In other words, write them a check. Now, for some of them, maybe they don't have courses. And for some of them, maybe they don't have events. They're not that type of entrepreneur. So you're going to have to find a way to get into their world. Most entrepreneurs that people want to be like, they got a course, they got a book, they got a podcast, they do an event. Ready? Pull out your credit card. Where's my credit card at? Here's my wallet on my desk. Pull out the credit card and ready, just, pull out the credit card. Swipe it. Write them a check. Go to them. Like all the coaches and the mentors and the people that I want to be like, I pay them. Now, some of you might be like, well, I can just buy their free book and I can just listen to their podcast. You could, but if you want the fast path, it's write them a check. Pay them. Go be with them. Interview them. Now, some of you guys are going to be like, well, can I just reach out to them and say, hey, I'd love to take you to lunch. Guess what? Every person who says, hey, I'd love to come work out with you. Hey, Setema, I'd love to come take you to lunch. I don't need you to take me to lunch. It's not worth my time. I don't want to sound snotty or like stuck up, but you know how many people ask to come take me to lunch? No, I don't need that. But you want my time, you write me a check, cool. Buy me a pair of shoes, cool, but I don't need your lunch. So write them a check. That puts you in the game of being an entrepreneur. Pay for their course. Buy their thing, show up to their event, write them a check. Now, if you cannot do that, you ready? You are not an entrepreneur. Got news for you. I know people right now who are like, I want to be an entrepreneur, and then they do everything for free. They don't pay for anything. So let me get this straight. Okay, let me just get this straight. You want to make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, but you don't want to pay to do that? Nah, that's called being a cheap bastard. Don't do that. It ain't going to work. So write a check. All right, so number 1, let's in review. Find the 5 you want to be like. Narrow it down. Enter their world. Enter their atmosphere. Write them a check. Pay for their course. Buy their book. Go be around them. Find a way to infiltrate. Be around them. One of the great guys out there, his name is Andy Frisella. First Form, amazing guy, right? Great guy. And people want to be like him, so they copy him from the outside. Guess what? It ain't never going to work. Because what you see on the outside is not what he has done on the inside. So you want to get to know Andy, buy his books, buy his stuff, but find a way to go to his summer bash, find a way to get into his HQ in St. Louis, Find a way to get into his world, even if you got to go pay to be there. And if he throws an event, pay for it. Making sense? I think I beat that horse dead. Number 3, entrepreneurship crash course. Get ready to get your teeth kicked in, to get punched in the gut, and you better develop some freaking thick skin. I know people who were never entrepreneurs and business owners before. And then they got into the game. And one of them, she's a good friend of mine, my business partner. She's like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. This is crazy. Like, pay runs is just tough. And like having a meltdown every other day. Now, this is not a knock on her. I had meltdowns every other day, ready to burn the business to the ground. I coach people who are like, freaking sick of this. It's tough. It's stressful. And it's only stressful because you haven't developed the capacity to handle the load and the stress. But once you develop the capacity and the power, right, one of my favorite quotes says, that which we persist in doing becomes easier. Not that the nature of the task has changed, but our power and our ability to do so has increased. So step 1, find the entrepreneurs you want to be like. Study them, get to know them, buy their stuff. Step 2, pay them, get into their world, be around them, listen to their podcasts, buy their books, pay for their programs, get around them, start to mimic and model them. And number 3, prepare yourself. How do you prepare yourself? You develop yourself. You read the books. You do the habits. You go on a journey of personal development and growth. You expand your mindsets and you develop your skill sets. You build your capacity. You stay consistent in your commitments of the clarity of the thing that you want. And you do this every single day. That's how you develop thick skin. It's like as an athlete, you got to build muscle and speed and strength and power. So how do you do that? You lift weights and you eat food. And you run and you condition and you do cardio and you do your sport and you do that every single day and you rest and recover and you're traveling, playing travel ball, then you get a scholarship and you're building muscle on top of muscle and speed and power and you're eating protein and chicken and steak and you're sweating and you're getting injured. I mean, that's being an entrepreneur is like being an athlete. It's sport. Business is sport. And if you can't handle the stress, and if you don't have thick skin, you're going to lose. And the bonus thing, right? That's the first 3. The bonus item here is this. Hire mentors and coaches and join groups. It's called masterminds. I have a mastermind. It's called Circle of Champions. And I have another mastermind. It's called All Access Game Changer. Why do we do this? Because there's power in community. There's power being around other people. I can't tell you how many people have come to my Circle of Champions, my events, who come in and for 3 days or 2 days or 1 day, depending on the event, they take notes and they hear speakers and they fellowship and they build camaraderie and they get nuggets and there's a place where they can be real and raw because you would never go and vent towards your employees, but you vent up and you connect. That's the way the game works. Entrepreneurs need entrepreneurs. They need leaders. They need mentors. They need other people who understand payroll. Another group that I was part of, a guy shows up and he's like, man, he's running a 9-figure organization trying to go hit $1 billion. And I asked all of his people, his franchisees, or franchisors, whatever one it is, right? Hey, what's the biggest challenge you guys are having right now? And they all said the same thing, payroll. Just trying to balance the payroll, balance the workload, balance the workforce. I was like, that's interesting. Like the same problems you have with a 6-figure organization is the same problems you have with a 9-figure organization. And here's another little tip and trick. You ready? Bonus number 2. Everyone is still figuring it out. Isn't that crazy? Everyone's still figuring it out. The entrepreneur who you think is like rolling, I know a billionaire right now. Before he was a billionaire, every year he would launch these summer sales programs. And he's like, dude, Setema, I'm so broke. I've mortgaged everything. I've sold everything. I've got loans. I'm maxed out on every credit card. Like, whoo. And then, years later, he's this billionaire. And he looks like this wizard, but he was a wizard because he took a risk. He took chances. He leveraged everything. He bet everything. He had mentors and coaches. So again, let's just review this. Number 1, who do you want to be like? Go follow them. Pay them, right? Number 2, right, go write the check, be around them, and get into their world. Number 3, and again, get ready to get your teeth kicked in, which means you got to develop thick skin. You got to develop capacity. You got to develop like grit and stamina mentally and financially and emotionally. Then the bonus item, right? Get your mentors and coaches and go to these events and surround yourself with people. That's the greatest entrepreneurship crash course that I can share with you because the journey is freaking hard. However, if you are willing to pay that price, you get the spoils and the rewards of being an entrepreneur are almost always near the end, rarely and never hardly at the beginning. If this has been helpful and you want to be a part of an amazing community, I invite you to Join us. I do a live experience every month. You have an opportunity, my friends, an opportunity to be part of this experience where there's tools and there's also techniques and strategies and proven models that can help you as an entrepreneur. And possibly you even want to come be a part of our community. Join us. Join us and be around other like-minded people. So if this is helpful, share this on, subscribe, do all the other things. Ding, 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 ding. And I'll see you on the other side, my friends. Have fun.
Let's go. See, it's more than the game that we changing. We don't do it for the block, do it for the name. Yeah. No, there ain't no stopping it. If you really want it, better rock with it. This is how to be a game changer. Better put your pride down, heavy, get your pen up. Wanna be the greatest, we ain't stopping till we win, yo. This is how to make it when they hating, we ain't worried what they saying. This is how to be a game changer.